Boom, boom, kaboom. It's Newf Nukem in the room. Welcome to episode 11 and another Tuesday night of Gaming After Dark with yours truly. It's Newf Nukem in the house, and we are ready to go. It's going to be a dynamite show, but let's not waste any time. Do apologize for the slight delay getting started, as we were just waiting on a couple of things to go down. We had a little technical issues heading in here, but we are ready to go. The panel is dynamite. I will say right up front that our good pal Proto Foxy cannot be with us tonight. He is under the weather, so he is taking the back seat, but he will be back hopefully after Christmas, as I do believe we're probably going to take the next Tuesday off because it is Christmas Eve. But we'll debate that in the days to come. But right now, let's introduce our amazing panel. We've got a couple of incredible guests for you tonight. Without any further ado, though, let's bring in the one, the only, the shaded man himself. We can call him Perry. Where's the GameComplainers?
What is going on, everyone? How's everyone doing tonight?
I think they're doing pretty damn good. I wear my sunglasses at night. All right, it's good. GameComplainers is ready to go. Now, it wouldn't be a fantastic show without a little bit of inferno, a little bit of juice in the caboose, a little, flame on the fire. Let's talk about Working Hot is in the building.
Hey, it's another Tuesday, baby. We're back at GAD. Let's go.
It's good. And he looks like he's got a new apartment right now. I think it's
right.
Across between a fucking Smurf house and a Smurf house, or maybe it's a level out of Doom when he was on an acid trip or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm chasing the dragon. I was a little bit of that heroin. Chasing the dragon. Almost caught him.
All righty. We're going to bring in our replacement for Proto Foxy tonight. We got Fazad928. We call him Frank around these pods. What's going on, brother Frank?
What's up, everyone? How you doing?
What up?
All righty. Frank is in the building. We're ready to go. That's right. Got the man himself. All right. We're looking good so far. And the chat is rocking. We'll get to you guys in just a second. But bringing him in this week, we were supposed to have him here last week, but unfortunately, timing didn't work out too well. So he's here this week, and we're proud to bring him on from the Outbreak Gamers Network and the Gamers Council. He is the host, and you've probably seen him on some of the biggest podcasts going out there. We know him as Dave. We call him Web Dave, but he is in the building. What is going on, brother Dave?
World premiere.
Oh, crap. He's got a trailer for us.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the
invite.
invite.
It's the first sighting of Web Dave's ass.
Well, you never know.
Goddamn!
World premiere. My asshole. All right. We are a bunch of assholes up in here. That's why it's Gaming After Dark. And we got a lot of assholes in the chat. The best assholes, though, ever, including the one and only Doggy Dog 420 is in the building. What's going on, brother Doggy Dog? And he drops the first super chat of the night. Let's get that out of the way. $1.99. He says, take it away, Perry.
Gaming After Dark time. Woo!
Come on. I want to hear a bigger woo than that. Come on. Let's get with some woo. All right. Yeah, come on. Wicked Hot, your turn. Give us a woo.
Yeah.
All right, I got to hear it from Frank now. Where's your woo?
Oh,
woo.
man.
All right, Web Dave's got to be a wrestling dude. Come on, give us that proper woo.
What? What's happening?
Who's the one that says that's Stone Cold that does what?
I think I had a stroke.
No, you got to do it like, the one and only Ric Flair. Woo!
Perfect.
Right, baby, that's right. We got her going on. We got Dallas Ray in the house tonight. We have got UrW1cK3D also drops $1.99 super chat in here. Take it away, Perry.
He said, let's fucking go to Arnold's house and meet the maids.
Absolutely. The Minute
dude.
Maids are ready to roll. All right. 2 super chats in early. Again, guys, not required, but greatly appreciate it. Thanks a million. We got Dre Venero in the building. What's happening, brother Dre Venero? We got, like I said, RWK is hanging out with us. We got Moggs E in the building tonight, and I'm sure many more will stop by in just a short period of time, as well as Mrs. GameComplainers, Pink Pickles, in the building. What's going on, Pink? Good to see you.
Hello.
All righty. We're going to have to get her on the podcast sometime, Perry.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you want.
She's not shy. We'll get her on. It's always great to have the ladies coming on and giving their 2 cents worth instead of all this, machismo, all this testosterone-laden gamers going on up in here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, so you guys have probably saw the title of the show. It is kind of we didn't have a chance to recap. A lot of other podcasts have taken place before us, and we didn't really have a chance to talk about the Game Awards. We did go over some of the nominational categories. It's one of the biggest events of the year, especially without E3 taking place. Now this is one of the few times a year we actually get to see a lot of game trailers or updates on game development, so on and so forth. Like I said, whether you love Jeff Keighley or you hate Jeff Keighley or somewhere in between, I always say I do applaud the man being one of the very few guys to stick his neck out and put his balls on the table, to bring gaming to the forefront. Not many people out there do it. Everybody talks about how much money the game industry rakes in, but very few people are willing to go out and say, you know what, I think I can do it better, but they never do. So there you go, right? So if you think you can do it better than Keighley in the Game Awards, to make your own fucking show and bring it on. I'm all for it. Let's go. But guys, the Game Awards, real quick. Any big surprises to anyone here, including our guests? Anything stick out to you on the show that was just kind of out of left field on this one?
The awards themselves.
Or just in general.
So it was no world premiere that kind of went, whoa, wasn't expecting that one kind of deal. Not really.
World premieres. I wasn't, honestly, I really wasn't expecting Naughty Dog to show anything. Regardless, it was just a trailer. I wasn't personally expecting that. I know that went off the top of my head.
Yeah, that was a big way to end the show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Sega had a really good presence at this show, and I was quite happy with what they were showing off. Was it the Studio Ryu Guka or whatever it is? That's the team behind the Like a Dragon series. They had several games on display, including that new Virtua Fighter game, which looked absolutely amazing. So I'm pretty excited about that. So they also showed off another what was it called?
Project Century.
Project Century. Yeah, that was looking pretty sweet. Yeah. So there was definitely a few good games at the show. We also saw Kojima come back for another year. I mean, just real quick. I mean, let's just talk about the Kojima effect. Like, are you guys? Anybody here in this panel? Are you just kind of like sick of seeing him now? Like, why is he just get constant? Like every year, he just gets rolled out like he's fucking Jesus.
Real quick, you said
fucking Jesus. Just like
hell yeah, brother.
If you said Keighley leaves his balls on the table, I think he leaves his balls on the table for Kojima.
That is true.
That's right.
There you go.
True.
Or is his chin on his balls? I can't remember.
Death branding in his pants, I think. How about you, Dave? Like when you see kind of Kojima roll out at this point, do you kind of just get that little bit of a grimace and a cringe on your face? Or are you kind of like all for it? I mean, I know like Kojima's a cool dude and he's made some, very revered games, but like, doesn't it kind of seem a little redundant or overdone at this point?
To each their own, but not to me. No, I'm all for it, man. He's a genius, like it or not, and I do like the product he puts out, and he's willing to take chances where a lot of people don't, and I'm looking forward to his new game that's coming out for the Xbox, and I think it might actually be pretty out there. So who knows what's going to be.
Not to mention Death Stranding 2 is just around the corner, and Death Stranding just recently showed up on Xbox, and I did see a lot of people playing it and basically enjoying it. So, shout out to that. Like I said, I'm not a Kojima hater by any means. I just, to me, it's just like why do you need to be there every kind of year kind of deal? Sometimes, if there's a lot to show or something going on, but it just feels like, I don't know. It'd be like me fucking bringing my wife out on an award show all the time. I just love this lady. Let's introduce her again. It is what it is, I guess. Anybody else? Any just thoughts or anybody excited for Kojima's new project?
I don't really know what to make of it, but I'm looking forward to it. It seems different, like Dave said, so I'm open.
Well, everything with Kojima is pretty fucking different these days. I'll tell you.
I mean, piss and shit bombs. I mean, can you beat it? Can you beat it? Sir? That is the question.
We got our Rob in the chat. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. And we got to get some gaming in, brother. We haven't done that for a long time. Speaking of, we're going to try to get some gaming nights going up here real soon.
Yeah, buddy.
Vazah, you big Kojima guy?
No, not really. I mean, I respect him and he's good at what he does, but unless he's got something to show, I could care less. Like if when he came out and did Death Stranding 2, that's one thing, but to just have him there as like the guy, the Jesus of the Game Awards, it's like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, it's almost become like now you can't not have him there because he's been there so often. If he doesn't show up, everybody's like, where the fuck is Kojima? What's going on?
Kojima being wheeled out like in a wheelchair, like barely breathing on life support. Like Kojima's
on the 50th
here.
anniversary episode, yeah, he's all decrepit and stuff. They're just rolling
He's like
him out.
SpongeBob. He's like, you can't just wait for me to die, can you?
It's not Metal Gear Solid. It's my fucking catheter is frozen solid.
My dick don't work, man.
Anyways, it is what it is. Anyway, let's get into some of the nominees and awards, and we'll just go over them real quick, and then we'll talk about some of the trailers, I guess, that we saw during the show. So just give me a second here. What you guys all been playing anyway? What's the hot game right now? Everybody's balls deep in Indiana Jones. That sounded wrong, but yeah, you know what I meant.
I mean, yeah, both ways. Again, I haven't started yet, unfortunately.
You haven't started. Oh
No,
man, you got to get on that. At least watch the movies anyway.
I know. Thursday's the day.
All right, I'm going to bring this up here so we can all see what's going on. We're just going to go down through a couple of the major categories, I guess. A lot of these. Let's start with. We'll make our way back. Let's start with the best RPG, I guess, of the year. That one went to Metaphor and Fantasia, which took in quite a few awards, as a matter of fact. So, did anybody play this game? Are you excited about it? Were you excited about it? Do you feel it was the best one? Went up against some pretty heavy hitters here in this category. So, I know a lot of people really enjoyed Dragon's Dogma earlier this year and Final Fantasy Rebirth. So, that was a pretty stacked category. So, anybody like the outcome on this one?
I think that's one of the ones they actually got right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of us call that one. Who's played it here? Is anybody a fan of these series? Because this is just the one game that, I can't get into these Persona type games.
Yeah, it's not me.
Yeah, same.
Everybody's giving me the fucking the eyeballs of death over here.
Yeah, no, we don't. No like.
And what's going on, guys? Is everybody fucking take a fucking Xanax or something tonight? Like, where's the energy? Come on, it's fucking gaming after dark. You've been fucking wicked hot. Seems like you've been sitting on a fucking Brillo pad. Let's go. Let's bring it, boys. Let's go. Come on. All right. All right. So let's fuck off with that category. Nobody really gives a shit. I certainly don't. But anyway, Metaphor Fantasia. Congratulations to you guys. It's obviously a massively popular niche game, and lots of people seem to like it. Apparently, they like it at the Game Awards. So let's move on from that fucking one, and let's go down to the next one here. And let's see, viewing all the categories, which one should we take? Well, let's go best action game. I kind of call this one. I knew exactly which one was going to win this one. Black Myth Wukong. This game also took in several awards. Very highly anticipated game. Now, I know some of you guys here, I'm pretty sure, have played that one.
Yeah.
Who's a big fan? Anybody thoughts on this one? Action game of the year. Went up against some pretty heavy hitters, though. Call of Duty, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, Warhammer. Now, Warhammer is the only game on this list I have not played, and I'm dying to play it.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, I think
got an extra code. Just saying.
So Black Myth I've been playing on PC. It's okay, but there's besides the boss fights and stuff, there's not much action. I would rather give this to Warhammer.
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
I mean, Warhammer is like on fire with action. Like you're in it,
right?
So I don't know.
Play Black Myth either, but I heard is it a boss rush game? Is that kind of the gist of it?
I mean, you beat up some guys and then you get some, mini bosses or whatever, and they are challenging. But I think there's more action in Warhammer and Stellar Blade, to be honest with you.
Oh, I loved Warhammer.
This might have been
my choice for this one.
This might have been in the wrong category, I would probably think, but I don't know.
It's still an action game. It's a bit of an action RPG, though, isn't it?
Right.
How about you, Dave? You had a chance to to try out Black Myth Wukong. What's your thoughts? Are you happy with that selection?
I think it's a good choice from the categories that are up there. I would have liked the Call of Duty Black Ops.
Right.
But Warhammer. A lot of people really got into that, and it looks just
So good.
fucking amazing. So yeah, but I can't I guess disparage their the Black Myth Wukong, getting action game of the year. It's definitely got some some fucking action in it for sure. But I personally have not played it yet. I'm hanging out and waiting. We knew that it is coming to the Xbox. We're just not sure exactly when, but
Right.
we'll
not
probably hear some
quite
announcements
sure when.
soon.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to come out. So, yeah, hopefully Xbox fans or Xbox-centric gamers get a chance to dive into this one at some point in time. I know Call of Duty is certainly probably one of the most played games of the year. And the game that gave me the biggest boner in this list was definitely Stellar Blade. But the game itself was like, it's decent, but, to me, Stellar Blade wasn't amazing. What am I hearing there? Somebody gerbil?
No, we're good. We're good.
You got some real nice outfits, let me tell you that.
Oh, man. I'm going to sit there and
Gotta
pan
love those
around with
jiggle
R3.
physics while you're beating the crap out of Alpha Natibas. Yeah, indeed. Alrighty. Pretty solid category, and I'm pretty sure most people would agree that seems to be a good pick.
Oh,
for the
there it
winner on
is.
that
What's
one.
in the bag tonight? What's in the fucking bag, Perry? What's in the fucking bag?
Perry's got everything in the bag. It's always on hand. Let's move up really quick.
Show me your sack.
Let's go best performance, because this one obviously our lovely lady Melina Juergens took this one second time winning this award.
Yep.
Senna from Senua Saga Hellblade 2. She does knock this
Well
one out
deserved.
of the park. And
Oh, perfect.
She not only does the voice, but the fact she's doing a lot of the motion capture and the lighter stunt work as well. You definitely got to give her a leg up on it. I mean, that was a pretty damn good game if anybody's played it. And
Yes.
like I said, her emotions, her stuff was pretty good. Anybody here have any issues with Melina taking her second award in this category?
I'm sure there's a lot of
Absolutely
people
not.
that like
She
to give
was
her a
great.
leg up. Just saying.
There's a lot of people that would like to what?
Give her a leg up. That's what you said.
Oh, yes. Would give her a leg up indeed. Yeah.
She's actually an amazing performance. Absolutely.
I know.
Fucking awesome. So very well done.
Great game. Great
Gotcha.
performance.
No, it's good. It's good. Like I said, I wasn't familiar with a lot of the other games on this list. I know their roles. I know who they played, but I haven't played Final Fantasy Rebirth. I didn't play Life is Strange. I didn't play Star Wars Outlaws. I didn't play Silent Hill 2 yet. So a lot of
dude,
games.
what do you play? Just kidding.
It's all about Fortnite, man. It's all about Fortnite.
With himself.
I was gonna say he's got a grip on yourself, right? Okay.
I do. I've got a grip on a lot of things.
Firmly grasp it.
5-finger death punch up in here.
Yo,
Great choice. Melina Juergens, congratulations. Anybody else? Any final thoughts on Melina winning this one? All right, that's what I thought.
Oh, great.
Let's move right along. We're going to get into a couple of the big ones now as we wind her down here.
Sweet.
Let's talk about, I guess, best game direction.
Ooh.
So it went to Astrobot. This was probably one of the bigger surprises. Not so much in the game of the year category, but in best game direction. I was kind of shocked on this one. Astrobot took it from Team Asobi, Sony Interactive Entertainment. Go up against Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor, and Fantasio. Now I want to ask Web Dave on this because, like I said, I don't get a chance to get him on the show very often. But Dave, how do you feel about what the fuck is going on here?
What the fuck is going on?
Dave, how do you feel about DLC?
Okay, we're hard to hear you, buddy.
Categories like this.
Hold up. Say that again because we kind of lost your audio for a sec.
I was just going to ask you, how do you feel about, games like Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, because it is essentially a DLC getting nominated for Games of the Year in a lot of the categories. I can understand a DLC category, which I don't even think they have one.
They don't.
But kind of taking away a nomination from other games, and I'm not taking anything away from Elden Ring. I know tons of people played it and tons of people love it, but just we talked about this here the other week. It's just like it just seems like it doesn't belong here. Would you say that's accurate? Do you agree with that, or do you think it's all fair?
I agree 100%. It does not belong in the category. It's stupid that it's there. Sorry, but yeah, no, it shouldn't have been there. And let's be honest, Astrobot. Look, Keeley, he's a shill for Sony. We all know that, and he, I'm sure, gets paid a lot of money to make sure that the things go their way. And last year, when it was 007 for Spider-Man 2, he probably felt like he owed it. And I think, basically Astrobot winning a couple of awards was, Keeley playing a little tonsil hockey and, trying to make up on some Sony devs. But yeah, that's just my take.
Great.
It's funny you mention that, and we'll come back to a point on that in just a second. But yeah, I think we're all in agreement. So, guys, on that, do you feel like that because it is like essentially DLC, it's not a full-fledged game per se. It just shouldn't be here.
No, it shouldn't be here at all. Give it its own category.
Yep,
for sure.
Yeah, it's like it's getting doubly nominated twice.
Well,
really.
You know what? Send it out to die in the category of best ongoing game because it's just adding to the game. I don't give a shit.
That I could agree with.
Let it die out there. Let it walk out in the pasture and just boom.
Real quick, catching up with the chat because we got our good brother Axel's in the building. Iconic Video Games in the house.
Yo.
Doggy Dog still hanging out with us. Our Robus here, Talents Ray, RWK. The list goes on. You guys are amazing. Thanks again for being here. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Share this shit out if you get a chance. It only takes you a couple of seconds, and we all greatly appreciate it. All right. So anyway, but game direction, look, I can't disagree. I mean, this game, though, like anybody who's played Astrobot can tell you the love, the attention to detail, the level design. It is absolutely fantastic from start to finish. The throwbacks to, the nostalgia days of PlayStation, all the little tidbits that you put in there. And just, like I said, just genius. I mean, I haven't seen a game this clever, this well-produced, this well put together.
Is any Mario Brothers game ever made? Did it ripped off? Just saying.
It's it has a lot in common. When I was going to say, I mean, imitation's the sincerest form of flattery. I mean, it does pull a lot of stuff from Mario. There's no question, but it does it just as well, if not better, in most regards. Right? So,
yep.
Yeah, no, it's a great game. Got no complaints with the direction, but it went up against some tight ones. So I was a little bit surprised in that category. Let's move on to, and this is I'm going to come back to Dave's point here about the Sony ball licking. And that is going to be in the best. I think it's let's see here, best multiplayer. Ooh. This one, you guys might disagree with me here, but this is the one I thought, yeah, like look at the you've got Call of Duty, Black Ops, Helldivers, Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, Warhammer. I mean, come on, guys, what fucking is the most popular game in this list right now, hands down?
Black Ops,
and it's the best Call of Duty in X amount of years.
Yep.
So
right. So how the fuck does Helldivers 2 beat that? Helldivers was popular for like what? All of like 6 weeks or something, and then it fucking basically died out.
Yeah, and then was this the game with the whole PSN login controversy? Or was it a different
one of them, yep.
Okay.
So this is the one where I went when I saw this one get it, I was like, this is one of those. We got to give it to a Sony game, and we definitely got to give it to a multiplayer game because we know how Sony is struggling to captivate audiences with anything that is multiplayer bound. And after, of course, the massive flop that was Concord, you kind of feel like, man, this was almost like a mercy fucking vote. Like, yeah, we better give it to Helldivers so we can help this game fucking. And don't get me wrong, I have Helldivers, and I think it's a great game. I just don't think it's fucking multiplayer of the year. Anyone disagree with me, or do you kind of feel the same way?
Feel the same way. You know what's funny? Right after the Game Awards, the DLC dropped for Helldivers, so it was like coordinated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
right,
dear God.
Yeah.
You want to know what something else was kind of in relation to this that threw me off as well? I think it's best family game. I'm pretty sure Astro won it, and I don't know, maybe just me, but when I think of a family game, I think of Everybody Incorporated, and I thought that Mario
Astro's one player, yeah.
Just logically speaking, but I'm like, what the fuck? That was another one that kind of threw me for a loop. I'm like, oh man, Jeff was gobbling up more than just turkey around fucking Thanksgiving just to get these goddamn votes in.
Did we lose our host?
Oh
Here he
man, dude.
Welcome back.
Hey,
Slip,
I'm back.
slip in, slip
Good
out.
himself.
Heyo.
Wrong tab. All right.
Oh, good. We
What
were
happened to
running
the
the
stream
show.
though? Did you guys kept on going, right?
Yeah, we were good.
Okay,
Anarchy.
Anarchy's here. Sorry, but anyway, you were saying?
Oh man, what I was saying was I don't even.
Well, you're talking about. I think you're talking about best family game. Let me just see where that one is.
Oh
Best
yes,
family.
yes. What I was talking
Yeah,
about.
I would disagree. I would agree with you there too. As a family game, as a multiplayer centric, that one just seems like, yeah, you can play it by yourself.
Yeah, like I was like, it's a great game, and the family can be in the living room when one person is playing it. But like, if it's a family game, it's not like you're just playing by yourself. Like, everyone's incorporated. So in my idea, I was just thinking that Mario Party should have won. But here we are.
Oh, there you go. How did Helldivers 2 win the best ongoing game over Fortnite or any of the other ones? Like Doggy Dog says in the chat, he's true there too. Like, how did it win ongoing when it's been out for a year? They've only added a little bit of content to it, and a lot of it just came down, like you said, the night of the show. There's a lot of like what is the criterion in this fucking Game Awards? I'd love to see like somebody put it out there. Like, what is the criteria for some of these categories, and how the fuck do you actually win? Because a lot of it just comes down. It seems like it's just a personal preference, or it's whichever company is paying the most money to dick ride someone through the fucking category.
I mean, ever since all those buyouts and like the consolidations of all those little like IGNs and everything like that, isn't majority of the voters probably like PlayStation centric players or fans? I want to say probably at least over 60, maybe 70.
How much you guys want to bet that Indiana Jones gets fucking voted for next to nothing next year?
Oh, dude. No,
probably won't even be there.
I'm gonna make the list.
Came out too late for Xbox, comes out too early on PlayStation, right? So it's gonna end up being one of those lost in the shuffle fucking games.
Exactly. There's way too much in 2025. There's just too much. It's a great game, but it's just gonna be consumed by everything else. So it'll get a better score. That's probably the only benefit from it. Once it goes to PS5, someone's gonna bump it up like probably a score or two. I think it's like an 86, 87. So probably like an 88, 89.
Right.
And then we'll call it a day, and we'll all just,
So once again, nothing's really changed, though. It still feels like this is a Sony bought and paid for kind of show, right?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, sometimes it's valid. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes the picks are valid, but other times you just kind of go, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move back here and let's bring it back to, I guess, the main ones. And like I said, we'll soon end off on this topic because I'm sure it's not overly exciting for most of us. We all know the outcomes. But anyway, let's get right into, I guess, the big one of all. Game of the year, and it went to Astrobot going up against Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor Ray Fantasio. I'll just start by saying I've played none of these games but Astrobot, so by default, it was my Game of the Year winner. So it is my favorite game of the year. I don't think any of the things that's on this list would have beaten that pick for me because honestly, I'm not an RPG fan, and if Black Myth is anything like what I've seen, it's basically another Elden Ring kind of game or a fucking Dark Souls kind of game where you're just getting the shit kicked out of yourself by all these massively overpowered bosses. You guys know how I feel with those fucking games. So Astrobot is definitely my pick. Who else agrees with this pick or not?
Absolutely. Out of those games, I would definitely go with Astrobot. I played it. I loved it. I definitely think it was good. It was worth it.
I have Astrobot. I love it, but I didn't think it was going to hit Game of the Year. I really didn't. I was kind of shocked. I thought Wukong was definitely going to take it.
Any shock there, Webb?
Ray Fantasio deserved it, I think, more than any of these others. Sorry. That's my choice.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've played these games or any of these games, Dave?
I have not played Astrobot, but then again, I've played a lot of Mario games, so I've pretty much played it then. Sorry.
I can tell this one guy in the panel here that does not like Astrobot.
It's 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 a I gave the first Astrobot game free and came with the system. It's pretty much the same thing. Just saying.
It is similar, but it does a lot of the things that fans asked for. That Astrobot, like if you played them, and I played every one of them, it does everything that the original game, you wanted it to do. And one of the biggest gripes is the first Astrobot wasn't overly long in terms of its length and duration. I think there was a lot more variety in the levels. There was a lot more ingenuity in some of the devices and things that the Astrobot used. And again, it was just tight. It looked good. It came out like pretty much perfect with very few patches or broken areas. So that alone was a welcome sight for a lot of games in the industry. And they turned it around fairly quickly after putting out a couple Astrobots over the last couple of years. Wasn't bad either. So kudos to that team.
Yo,
I was shocked though. I didn't think it was going to win it. I honestly thought Black Myth was going to take this category.
Newf, I got one thing to add to this. I also agree with what you just said. I loved Astro. Thought it was a great game. But I did know in the back of my head that you have to have the Keeley effect. So it could have a really high chance of winning. I originally picked Black Myth Wukong just based off how good everyone says the game was.
Right.
And the sales. I just want to emphasize that. Now that, granted, you're always going to have the Keeley effect. Now that Astrobot is won and seeing how much it has sold, not taking away anything from the game, do you think that kind of opens up that other, I don't really know what the word is, like the other dark horse that comes in to the conclusion of making this decision where it could be completely biased? Like, Black Myth outsold Astro way out the gate. And it's just like, but Astro wins. But when you think of Game of the Year, does sales come into play? Like for you guys personally at all? Do you eliminate it now since Astro won and it didn't sell well, but the game is great? Like when you look at it, do those things?
Well, if it was all about sales, Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty would easily run away with all the Game of the Year stuff.
When you look at the equation of it all, maybe I'm looking into it too much, I guess. But it's just something that comes into my head now that this outcome has happened. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Well, I think we can all agree that Astrobot should have sold more out of the gate. Where it is at overall, I suspect that by getting a Game of the Year nomination here or award, that you're going to see some of the sales kind of spike a little bit here before they peter off again. But I think it should have sold more. But I also think that we talked about this in a previous podcast where we thought that the price itself may have been one of the deterring factors, considering that the last Astrobot game was a pack-in on PlayStation. That they bring this one out and it's almost a full price game. So I think that may have turned away some people.
Yeah.
But when it goes down in price, I'm sure the game will pick up in sales. Like I said, it's probably already getting a bit of a resurgence just because they got a lot more attention, a lot more eyes on during the Game Awards, which is ultimately sometimes one of the benefits of the Game Awards is that certain games will get more traction because of their nominations or their wins and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little boost right before Christmas.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, that wraps that up. Any further thoughts, though, guys, on the Game Awards in general or the award categories? It was pretty predictable, right?
So real quick, I just thought this was interesting. I saw this the other day. We all know Keeley is a Sony show, obviously. But do you know, including Astrobot, a PlayStation game only won Game of the Year 3 times in 10 years? Doesn't it seem like more? I thought almost like every year it won Game of the Year, but it's not. It's only been
that is interesting. For Game of the Year, probably not, but they definitely dominate almost every category, though.
That's the thing. That's where you can see it, like so obviously. Like we were saying, like Helldivers and stuff. It's like so blatantly obvious. Like,
what was the last one? God of War, right?
What was that?
2018 God of War.
Yeah, because last year
was Ragnarok, right?
2-1-1.
Yeah, that one didn't win. Last year was Baldur's Gate, and I forget what was the year before. It was something else. But yeah, there's been a couple. But I just thought it was interesting because I felt like it was way more than that. And then I saw like the list, and I'm like, that's so weird that I don't know. But I think it's from the other awards, like we were saying, because that they do win a lot of awards in that way.
Sir X-Men spelled it wrong, but yes, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, the new Onimusha sequel, which has been a long time coming. That was certainly one of the most impressive trailers at the show, and that's where we're going to take our next category is going to be that exactly, and that is some of the games that were announced at the Game Awards. Did anything stand out to you guys? What was probably your favorite game announced at this year's Game Awards? Frank?
Yeah, Frank hit it.
Definitely looking forward to Project Century. I've just been getting into the Yakuza games, and that game looks amazing. It looks like really gritty and interesting and cool. I'm definitely going to check that out. Turok was a pretty big shock to me.
Yeah,
See Turok back. Pretty stoked about that. Obviously, Onimusha. I never really played the other ones, but I'm excited for everyone. Like, everyone's super stoked about that, and I like Capcom, so obviously that's like going to be a big one. There was something else too, but now I don't remember what it was. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of interesting stuff there this year. I actually didn't feel like I wasted my time watching it for once. So
yeah, there was a lot of new stuff, like a lot of stuff that we had no even previous hints that we'd be seeing at the show. I was actually shocked on, if anything, at the show. I was shocked that we didn't actually see more trailers really from Xbox outside of The Outer Worlds 2. Which we found out was also launching on PlayStation at the same time. Let's go over to Dave. Dave, how about yourself, man? Anything from the show? What was your top trailer or game announcement from the show?
I'd say Split Fiction.
Yeah.
Really looked good to me. I'm looking forward to that. Project Century, like you guys said, that definitely looks really good. And to be honest, I'm happy that they finally have a date now for the a window announcement, I should say, of the Crimson Desert when that's coming out, and then Onimusha was ready for that. They just need Dino Crisis next. It would be good.
That would be cool, man. Is Capcom ever killing it these days? Like Capcom just seems to be bringing back everything that gamers have asked for or wanted, even if it is remakes or sequels. But at least they're like bringing back stuff that people actually care about or have an attachment to, and not just like filling in the fucking checkmark blanks like a lot of other companies. Ubisoft, like Ubisoft is on the downward spiral, and Capcom's just fucking hitting them out of the park right now. Just crazy.
Yeah,
that's a great pick, though. I love that. Yeah, that Split Fiction. That is awesome. A great another game from Hazelight, the makers of It Takes Two. Joseph Faros was there again for the show. Of course, he had to make sure his cute little kids got on the screen and all this stuff. He never dropped no F-bombs this time, though. Maybe because his family was in attendance.
Yeah.
You're wicked hot. How about you, man? What was your favorite trailer or game announcement from the show?
Ooh, you know what? I had a couple of them. A couple of them sparked my eye a little bit. Obviously, the Split Fiction looked dope. I was really, really hyped when I saw that. There's that one, I think it's Shadow of Labyrinth. What is it? Labyrinth? It's that Pac-Man looking one. The one where the guy was using the Pac-Man to like eat shit up. I can't even remember the name. It's Shadow something. But other than that, the Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, that looked pretty fucking dope. And that soccer game kind of looked like just a human version of like Rocket League in a way. Like it looked kind of like arcade-ish, you know what I mean? Like you're not playing like FIFA by the rules, probably down to a T, but that didn't look too bad. My friends are into that, so I'll probably get dragged into that one. But other than that, oh my God, I gotta say it. Warframe. When I saw the trailer for Warframe, I was like,
oh yeah,
turn around, install. I was like, oh my God, dude, I was like taken away. I was like, what the f is this? But other than that, man, no, that's what caught my eye there.
I'm surprised to say Dave didn't pick Dave the Diver in the Jungle. That wasn't his favorite game.
Well, I do a lot of diving, but it's...
we won't mention the type of jungle, eh?
Always got to eat anyway. What?
You haven't shaved in years.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, rematch the soccer game. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, it looked like it just looked arcade-ish, like some Rocket League with people, though. You know what I mean? You could probably just get a squad and throw down.
Cool. Yeah, Split Fiction looking good. Yeah, there's been a lot of games here. Perry, how about yourself, man? What was your favorite game announcement?
Definitely Onimusha. And like Web Dave said, definitely need that Dino Crisis remake next. That's got to happen.
Gotcha. So this is actually what the HappyEmoPuncher. This is what the first because they only had one game, right? First on it was like on the PS2, right?
They had several Onimusha games, but this is the first, I guess, remake.
It's a remake or an actual sequel?
I don't know. We don't know. I think it's a remake. It looks like it's a remake.
Sequel, I think.
Okay.
Could be wrong. Yeah. I mean, for myself, honestly, I don't know. Just because I'm such a hardcore Sega guy. I think the Virtua Fighter announcer for me was huge because I wasn't expecting it. I hadn't heard nothing about Virtua Fighter for years. It's been a long time since Virtua Fighter 5 Showdown, and it just looked amazing. Just the backgrounds and the graphics of we saw Sarah Bryant in there. There wasn't a whole lot else to it, but I'm glad to see Sega is paying attention to what fans have been asking for, bringing back some iconic franchises. We know they got a bunch of other stuff in the works, so that was kind of cool for me. And obviously, The Witcher 4, it was all CGI. We didn't get to see actual gameplay, but just to see the next iteration is coming. Suri is taking the reins now over Geralt, and hopefully they've had a lot of time to kind of fix some of the wrongs with The Witcher 3, and have learned from a lot of tech mistakes as well that were done with Cyberpunk. And I think they know there's a lot at stake with The Witcher 4 here. So I have high hopes that game is going to be amazing. So it had to be right up there for me. And HappyEmoPuncher looked amazing as well. Like I said, Split Fiction. There's a lot of great games here. I was actually impressed with Borderlands 4. Did anybody else get a little bit excited for that? I mean, I thought it looked pretty dope.
Yeah. It does look good.
I'm excited.
Yep.
All the
right. Yeah. Anybody? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Project Sentry, like I said, another one that was looking good. The Turok was a big surprise. I don't think anybody expected Turok to show up at the show.
Oh, not at all, dude. Not at all.
Sonic
Racing? Bro, Sonic. Yeah. Almost Sonic. So. Sonic Racing.
I thought it was funny too. There was another game announced at the show. It was called Stage Fright. It was like another sort of a split screen sort of game.
Like made by the people who made Overcooked.
Yes,
that was okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Overcooked. Yeah, they made them, and that would look kind of interesting. And of course, I was starting to get those the Hazelight vibes from their games. The split screen personality. We saw stuff like Mafia, the Old Country. We got to see a little bit of that. I know a lot of people who love the Mafia series are pretty excited. And another surprise I was not quite expecting was Okami. That's a beloved game from the original Nintendo GameCube era. That's had, I think, a remaster or whatever. Any further games? Anything else on the docket that you guys wanted to talk about in terms of game announcements here?
I got one. My friends played it. And I downloaded it. I have not played it yet, but it was in the show. I think it's called Midnight Murder. It's like a hide and seek game.
Okay.
But it's got it's got the calm kind of in Warzone where if you come proximity chat. So if you come close, you can hear them. So I guess my buddy was I guess he got close to him. He's like, dude, what the fuck is that? How do I get my flashlight out? And he just turned around and fucking popped him with the gun and killed him. So when you get close and you're hiding, you gotta be fucking quiet, dude. You're like, oh, shit, because he can hear you. And then when you walk away, you'll be out of proximity. But he said it was some of the funniest shit, dude. They were all cracking up.
Cool.
Did anyone else cry when they showed Okami, like Jeff Keighley?
Oh God,
he started crying.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, the Muppets were dope.
He's such a pussy.
I know.
You know what? That was probably one of the highlights of the fucking show.
Dude.
That was one of the highlights of the show was the two Muppet guys. And they were literally saying what we're all thinking, which is kind of funny because I'm guessing that Keeley's obviously heard some of the gripes about the show and had those guys literally interject.
I'm sure
he's complaints about the show.
Yep.
That was pretty cool, actually. I enjoyed that. They could do a whole Game Awards with those two old fucking Muppet farts.
Oh,
yeah. That'd be great.
Keeley definitely wrote the jokes. He's probably like, yeah, it's a good one.
Well, which shows you he is sort of in tune with, some of the things that the community is saying because he's making jokes about his own show essentially through the Muppets, right?
Yeah.
I guess
he knew those lines were coming. Like he knew what they were going to say, right?
Yeah. Especially when it was like, does Kojima know? And he was like, oh.
Oh, crazy stuff. All right. Wrapping up the Game Awards again, another year, 10 years anniversary. Congratulations to Keeley and company. I thought overall it was a pretty good show. To be honest with you, I didn't think it was too bad. Again, we certainly know that it's less of an award show now. It's basically a bunch of commercials with award shows interjected. It's kind of like the reverse of most, back in the day when you had shows and it was mostly the show and then commercials interjected. Now it's kind of the other way around. It's an award show to show off commercials.
Well,
kind of like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's like a football game to show off commercials.
Yeah, you might have a football game break out in the middle of some commercials. That's in the game awards. There was several different people that analyzed this point. I'll make it quick. That the whole the 3+ hours that the show went, there was literally less than 30 minutes were actual award talk, award presentation, or anything to do with quote unquote awards at all. So
Sad.
he basically just it's a big ad. I mean, obviously we want to see some trailers. I think it's cool to see the new stuff. I get that, but I think it really needs to be at least 50-50 because it's or it's just a waste.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I've always said, it's like some of the categories they get a chance to go up and show off, and there's a lot of categories that just get they just come up on screen. Well, the winner in this category, and you're like, it would have been nice to see them come up and make a speech. It is a night to celebrate game developers and game development, and give them a chance to shine and come up and say a little bit about their game. You know what I mean? Like
they should eliminate the music. I mean, maybe some people like it, but if you eliminate the music, we can get a little bit more time, and then just go from there. Keep chopping. Give the developers more.
Yeah, he just needs
time.
to
It's all about
be
them.
such a whore and take all the money he can get.
Yeah,
it's basically what he's
that's what
just,
pays the bills, right? I guess at the end of the day, it's all about advertising.
Yeah, but his bills are all paid. That's the thing is he's having that.
hobby.
He's just bad in his mansions and shit. It's a little ridiculous. Takes away from the overall craft, I think, of gaming. But that's just me.
Yeah.
People wonder why some people can't take the game industry seriously, right?
Exactly.
Oh man. But anyway, it is what it is. Another year in the books. All righty. We're going to talk about one last thing here, and that is one of the biggest trailers that did drop at the Game Awards, and that is a game by Naughty Dog, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. Nobody really expected Naughty Dog to drop a trailer here, I don't think. It was anybody's card, but I want to know what everybody thought about the trailer. What was your impressions? I mean, anybody knows, if you're listening to my podcast, you know that, yes, I am a huge Naughty Dog fan, and I've always been a big fan of a lot of their works. I did really enjoy the Last of Us series. I enjoyed the Last of Us 2. I always like the Uncharted, most importantly, and I'm glad they're bringing back another one, although I don't think it's going to be made by Naughty Dog, the next one. But, but here it is, Intergalactic. And I guess what's making all the news is not so much the trailer we watched as it is about who was in the trailer. And once again, we've got a butchy, bald-headed, I don't know, lesbian-looking girl. And that's kind of been making a lot of stirs right now because once again, you're kind of going, was this by design or was this one of those, let's check off the check marks and make sure we have another, character that most guys out there, at least from what I'm seeing, okay, and everybody's got their opinion on it, but from a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing, most people are like, yeah, I really don't really want to play as this fucking character. Couldn't you give us choice or make a character creator or some fucking thing? But so here we are. So what do you guys think? Anybody impressed by it, or is this kind of like an immediate turnoff?
I thought Alien 3 at first, and I was like,
right?
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Once I saw it was Neil Druckmann again, I was like, he had me with The Last of Us 1. The Last of Us 2, I get it. I get where the story went, but you went from zombies to a love story, and it was like, what are you doing? I don't know. We have to wait and see when this game comes out and what it's about. But I'll play it. I play all games. I don't care.
Right.
But if I got to go through The Last of Us 2 where I'm playing over 20 hours and it's boring, whatever. Probably
Anybody
not going to touch it.
I don't like Neil Druckmann anymore because of The Last of Us 2, but that's fine. I definitely want to see more gameplay, but it was giving me like bootleg Star Wars / Guardians of the Galaxy vibes. And I love sci-fi. Obviously, you can see my background, but they got to stop just ripping off this like whole thing of like, ooh, the 80s aesthetic in the future or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Right.
It's just like getting boring.
The product
And
placement, right?
yeah, I mean, I don't care about
Porsche.
that as much, but it's like you're telling me you're in a spaceship and you still have tube TVs. Like, come on, like it's just I don't know, it's just silly to me. And then I don't know, like I'm just tired of this whole like aesthetic when they do these space games where it just looks like Star Wars, and it's like do something else, you know? Would it kill them to make Jack and Daxter? I know that I'm like everyone on the internet always screams that and stuff, but it's like I don't know. You don't have to keep making these stupid games that are like serious and it's the same game over. It's like copy and paste. But I'm gonna wait to see gameplay. I mean, I've played The Last of Us 2. I got through it, and maybe I'll like this game. I don't know, but we'll see. So far, it's not impressing me.
You know, for me, well, let's get Dave's take on it.
Well, supposedly Intergalactic is was all supposed to be part of the, because funny you said Star Wars, part of his tie-in to his quote unquote gaming universe, and it was actually supposed to tie in with Concord world, and seriously, and yeah, as far as the character interactions and things like that, it's supposed to be set in the same quote unquote world, as it were, but they've ditched all that because of the success of Concord. I mean, yeah, that's what success of Concord.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's it's let's see how it plays. Let's see how it is. It's getting just about as bad down views and as or they even worse than Concord did. So
Well, there you go. That in
controversy.
itself tells you something, though, right? When they bring out the trailer and they automatically turn the comments off, I mean, what does that kind of tell you?
Yep. So
What does that tell you? It tells you obviously there's enough anger, there's enough, and I don't think it's just people being like upset for the sake of being upset, right?
Yeah.
People know what they like. And it's just like, I'm making the joke, like, what are we going to do? We're going to get the next Gears of War, and it's not even going to be feature Marcus Phoenix. Like, what are they going to fucking tell? It's going to be the Anya Stroud story? Because that's what I feel like we're going with all this shit. Like if Gears of War E-Day comes out, and it ain't about fucking Marcus and Dom and the fucking Delta Squad, then I'm going to fucking, like, I will blow a gasket. You know what I mean? Like, it better not be like fucking Marcus is like kicked to the curb and you see him like for like 5 minutes of the game and it's all about Anya Stroud's fucking journey to something. Because that's like the where games keep fucking going now. They keep doing anything what you want. They keep giving you fucking characters nobody cares about. Characters aren't even interesting. Just fucking weirdos. Like, fuck, if you're gonna make a character in a fucking game, at least make her look like Red Sonja or somebody from back in the fucking 80s. Someone that actually look like they're gonna kick some fucking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm fucking saying. Not these like weirdo looking weird characters. But look, at the end of the fucking day, it's a Naughty Dog game. But the storytelling's good. The graphics are going to be probably amazing. Well, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, right? I don't want to write off any game until I know more about it because I think that's premature. So that's where I stand on it. I'm just like, I'm sure when you came down to character creation, there's probably about 40 other different design choices that probably would have been a bigger hit for you guys and could have saved yourself a whole lot of fucking flack. But now you're starting out before the game's even released with a whole lot of negative, vitriol, which is the same thing right now that's kind of killing Dragon Age, the Veilguard with all the other bullshit that's going on there. Like, they're kind of doing the same thing, right? Like, and people wonder why all these companies are struggling. Like, give us what we want and stop messing with the formulas. They've always sold before, they'll sell again. But if you keep messing with the formula, like I said, if you're gonna base a $1 billion franchise or $1 million franchises to cater to like 1 or 2% of the population, so you can say it's representation, you're gonna shoot yourself in the fucking foot.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Right. So, like I said, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, even though I wasn't 100% impressed. Maybe it turns out to be really freaking good. I can tell you from The Last of Us 2, after playing that game, I was definitely on the side of Abby more than fucking Ellie.
Yeah.
By the time
To be honest,
the game, I was like, I want fucking Abby to take that little shit and fucking strangle her.
Yeah. To be honest, when I'm like really a big Naughty Dog fan. I hopped into PlayStation 4 later, and I played The Last of Us, and oh man, that game rocked my world. I was so hooked. The second one came out, and personally, I loved that one just as well. And I'm honestly looking forward to this game just because I know how good those games were to me. The character doesn't really bother me too much. I know it's Neil Druckmann, so I know there's going to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But I'm a sucker for space as well, Frank. So, that kind of caught me. It's not the best representation, like you said. It's got like, the 80s and this and that in the future, but man, anything space really grabs me, and I'm a fan of Naughty Dog, so I'm willing to give it a try. I really want to see the gameplay. The story is going to be wild. It's going to be one hell of a ride. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Well, let me put this in perspective for you guys. Let's take Star Wars Outlaws, right? Not saying it's a bad game by any means and blah, blah, blah. But how much you want to bet that game, if that had been Star Wars Outlaws and it was a story about Han Solo and one of his adventures, it would have automatically sold about 100 times better. Would you guys take that bet? Because I'd be willing to put money down that game would have been a massive hit instead of a lukewarm fucking piss in the mud.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And don't tell me there isn't tons of stories that they could have come up with about Luke Skywalker or fucking Han Solo and Chewie. Like, I bet you a lot of guys out there who are Star Wars fans. I mean, I used to love Star Wars. I'm going to put that out there. I would have loved to see a game where I could just play as fucking Han Solo. And it isn't about new characters, because remember back in the fucking N64 days, they had Dash Rendar and fucking Star Wars and Shadows of the Empire.
Yep.
Right?
Of the Empire.
Great
so
game.
Even back then, they were making new characters and new stories, but they were just believable, and they seemed to fit really well within the Star Wars universe. But then it's like even that Battlefront 2 when it came out, right? Who's their fucking character? Iden Versio. A fucking, I applaud the fact that they tried to tell a story from the other side, a defector who was kind of pissed off with the Empire and stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't really think that's what a lot of gamers wanted to play. I could be wrong, but that's just my take. Anybody else want to jump in here?
Could you imagine a co-op game with Han Solo and Chewie? How fun that would be. You just gave me that idea, like how cool that would be.
Some Army of Two shit.
Yeah, could you imagine that? Like you're doing all the same stuff, like sneaking around and everything, but it's just the two of you. It's Han and Chewie.
That'd be dope.
That'd be sweet, man.
That'd be
okay. And Nate says, Star Wars had other issues. Someone who has actually played it, those issues would have been persistent with Han Solo. Okay, I get that. It probably had issues in terms of its mechanics or gameplay or whatever. But my point is, regardless of the issues or engine problems or bugs or whatever you want to call it, the game would have fucking been an instant hit out of the gate if it was Han Solo and Chewbacca, as opposed to some fucking girl that obviously got uglier every fucking time they showed an iteration of the game. She was uglier. And I mean, looks and appearance isn't everything. But you got to remember that most of your gaming populace, if you're going to have a girl, are men, right? I'm sorry, but that's what sells. We know it in the music industry, the movie industry, that sex sells. It's been that way since I was fucking knee-high to a grasshopper. It's been that way fucking 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Sex sells, and people want to see people that are fucking sexy. If I wanted to see fucking ugly people in my video games, I'd just go to Walmart, okay? There's enough fucking ugly people at fucking Walmart today. We don't need to look
early, though. You got to go early, Newf, like right when they open. Right. That's when you get the creepy crawlies.
This is why we play games, is to get away from reality. So it's okay for a girl to be fucking curvy and kick some fucking ass. She doesn't need look like a cardboard box fucking cutout, you know? If I wanted to see fucking Grimace kicking fucking ass, you know what I mean? Jesus.
Oh, that's a game I'd play. Grimace fighting game.
Yo,
Grimace fighting game.
Yo, be a tank, dude.
The fucking McDonald's characters kicking ass.
I'd be day one.
Kicking names and taking ass, man.
And it's always funny, right? Because they model these people. Some of the characters are modeled like after the actual person, and then you look at the picture of the person and go, "What the fuck happened there?" Like, because that person was pretty good looking, and they modeled it after that person. And somehow she ended up getting a big square jaw, you know, and a little Botox or something. I don't know what the fuck goes on.
Crimson Chin, dude. The Crimson Chin from Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh man. Attacking your state of Arkansas with the Walmart jokes, bro. I'm sorry, but anybody who goes to fucking Walmart, I can tell you. I always say if you're having a day where you have bad self-esteem, you just need to go to Walmart and you'll feel better about yourself.
Yo, I bet. Yo, you just don't wear your pajamas when you go to Walmart.
As big as you are, there's someone bigger. As ugly as you think you are, there's someone uglier. As broke as you fucking think you are, there's someone broker. You know what I mean? That's Walmart for you right there. Right?
Someone
it's
over
fucking
there
ass crack central. There are more wannabe plumbers in fucking Walmart than there are plumbers in the streets.
Go to your local Walmart. You'll find Newf Nukem looking at the weenies rolling it over as they heat up. Rolling over the glass.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I kind of got off topic here, but where were we? So I guess let me ask you this: where's your hype meter for this game? Anybody? Dave, you got a hype meter for Intergalactic on a scale of 1 to 10?
4.
4. Okay, that's modest. So there's a little hype there. The pecker actually moved at least a bit. How about you, Frank?
Yeah, I guess 5 because I don't know either way. Like we saw so little of it that I don't know. I mean, it could be good. I could end up saying, "Oh my god, I can't wait to play this game" when I see gameplay. So we gotta wait and see.
Yeah, that's your new slogan. You're down and out. It could be worse. Go to Walmart. It's the only place where hookers go where they got to roll back the prices.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Sweet mother, bro.
Where's your hype meter, Hot?
Well, I'm a little sucker for Neil Druckmann in his game, so you know what? I'm gonna go with 7, Bob. I feel like the price is right. I'm gonna go with 7.
7's pretty decent. That's there's
7.
enough curiosity there. And you, Perry, where would you sit on the hype meter for Intergalactic?
-10. Kill me more, and I'll go to a 0.
Oh my god, he's going completely up.
All right.
I was hurt by The Last of Us 2. Come on.
Perry's
Neil,
like,
we need more dongs.
That's a lot of time to waste on a
I'm
game
the only
like
guy who's allowed to be a bald
That's
man
right.
around here. I'm surprised he didn't have a fucking Gillette ad in there when she took the razor out.
They will.
Best the man can get.
It'll come if you pre-order it at GameStop. You'll get the Gillette razor.
Oh my god, wouldn't that be fucking
there
funny
giving out
as a
haircuts.
pre-order bonus?
I'll be like, hey,
If GameStop's around by then, they're closing 300 stores in January.
You know what's even funnier too is because fucking during the election in the States, all the fucking ladies were just saying, "I'm gonna fucking shave my head bald if fucking Trump wins the election." And guess what? He won, and all of a sudden we got an excess of bald ladies going around. There you go. Nothing wrong with bald, though. Just saying, because I mean, half the panel here is fucking kind of bald.
Yeah, no worries.
Bald is
look at me.
lovely.
I got my intergalactic haircut going on.
So you kind of got her haircut going right now, Hot.
I'm a promotional bonus haircut for free, man. Whap, 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 whap. Slap him on the ass. Now get your game and get out.
If you go to any convention, they're gonna immediately be like, "Hey, you're the person from Intergalactic." That's the first thing
I'd be
they're
like-
gonna see you.
You know what's funny
Right, I
though?
am.
After looking at the trailer, doesn't she have like a kind of like a stun rod, kind of like the dude from Callisto Protocol?
It kind of
So
looks
is
like
this
that,
guy just
almost like a
ripping off
lightsaber-ish
Callisto
kinda thing.
Protocol?
No, that sounds hot.
It's like a bootleg lightsaber. I thought.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
He's a dead lightsaber.
As for my hype meter, I'm going to say I'm probably about a 6. You know, because it is Naughty Dog, and they've traditionally put out some pretty good stuff. Like I said, benefit of the doubt. So we'll see what happens. It's hard to write a game off after a small, CGI or whatever you call in-game trailers or whatever be the case. So give it the benefit of the doubt. And we'll see how it comes out. Let's just hope that between the developers and the actors and the people that are involved in this game, that they at least don't come out and fucking start saying stupid shit to kind of kind of shoot themselves in the foot for the game comes out. Like, yeah, we don't care if you fucking buy it. You guys are all fucking racist, homophobe, bigots, blah, blah, blah bullshit, that they always get on with.
Yeah,
So, anybody that's in the marketing team, tell your fucking devs to shut their pie holes. Just do your fucking job, launch the game, and see where it rolls, right?
that is cool.
That's it. It's a Kmart lightsaber. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna move into some more fun topics. Unless everybody's kind of done with that. Game Awards, we're all good. Any further thoughts, guys? Anybody?
Gucci.
All good.
Good.
We're good to go. All right. So let's get into a fun one, guys. It is like we're like literally about a week now from Christmas Eve. So it's the biggest time of the year, and usually the best time of the year to be a gamer. It's a time when hopefully Santa brings you something nice and tosses you a fantastic new game under the tree. Now, kind of sad part is now you don't even hardly get games under the tree. You get fucking gift cards and you get fucking digital cards, which I'm sorry, just ain't quite the same as opening up a freshly minted copy out of that cellophane wrapper and smelling it, looking through a game manual and going, popping that in your console for the first time. It's not quite the same. You know what I mean? It's still good. Oh, look at that. He's got an ornament, Xbox ornament. Perry's got everything. He's like Santa Claus. He's got a big bag full of everything over there.
Big old
That's
sack.
cool though. I love it. I was gonna get the Sega Genesis cartridge one of Sonic.
That one sounds dope.
Yeah. So I want to get that one. So our question is what is the best or worst Christmas gaming gifts? Now we'll talk about the best gift you've ever received for Christmas that was gaming and your worst. And I also want to get from you guys, what is one of your best suggestions for this year? Like if you had any budget and you could give your gaming friends a really cool gift, what was one of the best things you could give them? And perhaps one of the things that you'd probably give them for a joke or you think is an absolute waste of money. But let's talk about quickly the best gift you've ever gotten for Christmas gaming wise, and perhaps one of the ones you went, oh God, what the hell was that? Like, did you end up getting a copy of like fucking some shitty NES game back in the day that you ended up smashing? Or so let's go around the circle. Let's start with Perry. Best Christmas gift, worst Christmas gift.
Best one was Super Nintendo.
The console?
Yeah, the whole console came with Mario World and all that, 2 controllers, all the inputs and all that. My dad got me that. That was awesome. The worst, man, I don't even know. I can't think of the worst one.
There's always a worst one, like some crappy game that you got maybe you weren't expecting. Remember your aunts and uncles too, when they used to try to buy you video games, they'd just go to the bargain bin and they buy you something stupid. Like, yeah, we got him a game, and you're like, oh fuck, look at that. Like the knockoff of Mario, some of those old knockoff games,
This isn't really gaming related, but it was okay. When I was a kid, there was a gift under the tree. It looked like a Nintendo game. I opened it and it's like flashcards, like Mother Goose flashcards. I got really pissed off.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I guess that's the worst one, even though it's not really a game. But
That's so funny.
Okay. Anybody else? Hot?
Yeah,
Best
I'll
gift,
go.
worst gift?
I'll go next. I would say my best Christmas gift would be when I got the Xbox 360.
Yep.
That was under the tree for me, and man, I just remember that console just being everything, and just it changed gaming for me personally, because I had that. Oh man, I got that when I was in middle school when it came out, and then I rode that thing all the way till high school, and that's where I really just, the Xbox community opened up, and I started meeting people, and I was had friends at school, and we were playing Call of Duty, and it was, oh man, it was unreal. But yeah, dude, that was my favorite. My worst one is actually a funny one. So, shout out to Wild Bates, because he knows. Our aunt gives, like, it's always the thought that counts, so it doesn't matter, but it's always the most random gifts. They are random as fuck. I don't know what the hell there is in the bag. She gave me one of those it's like the Game Station 5s. You know what I'm saying? It looks like the PS5.
They look like the PlayStation.
High, dude.
Yeah.
It looks like a PS5. I go, no fucking way. So I literally put it down. I was like, thank you and everything. And then I ran upstairs and I was like, yo, Mike. I was like, dude, look what I got. I was like, no fucking way. I've only seen these on the internet.
We're gonna do a new unboxing.
Oh my god, dude! It's my dick in a box. It's like, what the fuck is that?
That's cool.
That's
not the worst thing ever, but yeah, that's kind of cool.
No.
Sir X-Man, his best was Atari 2600 back in 1977. He was already like 40 years old back then, weren't you, Sir X-Man?
This thing about the high school girls. I keep getting old. They keep saying me.
Web Dave, best gift, worst gift perhaps you ever had that was game related.
Hard
to say.
Yeah, to be honest with you, game related wouldn't really. It doesn't. The worst gift wasn't game related. So, but yeah, not really game related either way. You know, it.
Never got like any you know, as a kid growing up, you got a cool game for Christmas. You know, something that blew your mind.
Nope.
What kind of childhood did you have, man?
I had a really good one.
Guy a care package.
I was gonna say because I usually bought everything or got it when it came out and didn't wait for Christmas. Just saying.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Brat.
Well, you know what my mom always says: you just gotta buy. You give someone if you're not sure what to give someone, you get them a box of chocolates and a dildo, and you say if you don't like the chocolates, you can go fuck yourself.
Wow. Maybe
and
a little
your
bit of
mom
makeup
said that.
too. Yeah. Maybe a little makeup. I like to look good before I get fucked. You know what I mean?
Just say earlier, how do you know when a game is developed in Canada? Because in the washrooms in the game, they have fucking tampons in the men's washrooms.
What?
Yeah, our government up here in Canada spent I don't know how many fucking million or whatever putting tampons in the men's washrooms.
So in
yeah,
case
exactly.
You guys, wait a minute, like in Robin Big, dude. Back in Robin Big, he used to wear a man pond, so he didn't shit himself.
Are you afraid we're gonna have atomic diarrhea and we gotta stick one up our ass or what?
Newf's like, I'm not gonna make it home on this ride. Plug himself up.
This thing comes in handy. Whoop.
That's driving. Oh my god, dude! Just plug up.
Oh fuck. Infinite Hero says a pack of smokes and a prostitute is always a win. You call a hot date smoking hot. There you go. We need a panel member called Smoking Hot to go along with Wicked Hot.
Yeah, right, baby.
All right. Since Web Dave is drawing at straws for his worst and best gift, let's go over to Frank.
I had two really good ones. One of which is 20 years this Christmas, ironically. When I got the DS, the original DS, I was obsessed with Mario 64. And I got the DS and the Mario 64 like remake or whatever. I was in heaven because you got to remember before that all we had was Game Boy. So when I was playing a handheld with those graphics and like the light, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I got the 360 that year that came out, or either that year or the year after. That was amazing. Finally getting a 360. I can't really remember anything bad like gaming related. My parents were pretty good at getting me games that I wanted. I remember getting like a lot of good GameCube games, PS2 games, even Nintendo games, Super Nintendo games. They were always pretty good at that. So I can't really think of anything bad, but I'm sure there was some bargain bin game in there that sucked somewhere, but I just don't remember.
Yeah. Well, I think I've told this story a million times. One of my best gifts ever was obviously getting a PS2 with Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. That was one of my best gifts ever. As far as bad gifts, I never really did get a whole lot of bad video game gifts either. I don't really have one that stands out to be wholeheartedly. I seem to remember one year I did get a Genesis one, and it was a game I think I didn't want. I just can't remember what it was. I just seem to remember getting one game. I remember thinking, "Wow, that's the best you got was this game or whatever." But no, I've done pretty well. I have to ask you guys this question. So, like, we're all adults now, right? Like, for us, technically, Christmas comes like whenever the fuck we want it or whenever we can afford it, right? If we want something, you kind of get it, and I can't, But have you guys ever held anything back for you? Oh, look at that! The man's got a stack. Have you guys ever kind of held anything back for yourself for like Christmas? Because a lot of times too, like when we, our spouses ask us, well, what do you want for Christmas? And you'll say like, well, I'd like to have this game or that game. And it's kind of like, it's almost like it's not really fun to even tell them anymore because you already know technically you're going to get it or you're going to go buy it for you, But do you guys ever hold back anything as well? Like, I'm going to keep something for Christmas. Like, I'm going to keep this game in its sealed wrapper and I'm just going to open it on Christmas. Because like for this year, for example, my Christmas gift to myself, as lame as that sounds, is a MetaQuest 3S. And I've had it up in my bedroom for like the last fucking month and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm dying to play it, but I'm waiting for Christmas. So that way I'll actually have something new and fresh to do on Christmas instead of just opening all my shit and be like, get up on Christmas morning going, yeah, I got nothing to really play here. You know what I mean?
And you got Batman, right? So that comes
Got
with that.
Batman, baby. Gonna be the Batman early in the morning.
Dude, you're gonna wake up on Christmas and you are gonna be Batman, my friend.
I'm gonna wear my tights extra fucking tight that morning. Walk around the house with a Batman mask on.
Your wife's gonna come downstairs and be like, you're gonna be with the headset on, butt naked.
My wife will be like, what's the difference between you and me? And I'm gonna look at her in my Batman voice. I'm not the one with the vagina.
Oh my god,
shit. No, I'm excited, man. I can't wait to dive into the MetaQuest 3. And if anybody has one, please add me on Meta because, man, they got so many cool apps and fucking games and shit that's awesome to play with people.
it sounds dope.
Dude, if you want to hook up, just let me know. I'll give you my Facebook shit and you can fucking add me.
I'll let you know. I don't even have any VR, but it sounds the Batman game is enticing.
Oh yeah, this game is it's awesome.
Oh yeah, it just sounds.
What's that? Basically did the same thing. Brian Harris says, that's a nice gift. Basically the same thing. My birthday and Christmas present was a TCL QM8 75-inch. That's a big fucking television. God damn. Very nice, very nice. I hope it's a nice TV. It sounds like it's a pretty good one. Some really nice LG TVs at my local Best Buy that I've been looking at the other day, and I really wanted them, but I also don't have fucking $2,500 and $3,000 to buy these fucking things. It's like, damn, these fucking OLEDs need to start coming down in prices here soon. Jesus, they're still kind of expensive unless you're buying like a 40-inch or something.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So that's it. That's it. Okay, so what's if you got to recommend something to anybody to buy this year? What's your recommendations to go to Web Day? Web, would you got any gift guide recommendations for people out there that are looking to pick something up?
The gift that keeps on
any
giving.
game in your collection, any controller, any headset, anything that stands out. You're like, man, you got to pick this shit up.
Give the gift of Game Pass, baby. The gift that keeps on giving.
There you go. That's not a bad way to go. Give somebody a subscription to Game Pass.
Yep.
Give them an instant collection at their fingertips.
That's
I like
right.
it. Anything else? Any headsets, controllers? Any recommendations? If you had to give somebody a console this year, which would it be?
Are you asking generally? You're going to date
Xbox. I mean, fuck.
Xbox or Web Dave? All right.
Xbox
Get them a Series X, probably. Maybe
Sure.
a 1S or a Series S.
You got a couple kids in the house, get a couple S's, whatever you can afford.
Get a couple S's, maybe two consoles, one for every bedroom.
You never know. You might have a whole bunch of Rugrats running around the house, and you know what I mean. Get a couple S's, throw them in the room, and get a quiet household. Oh, nice, dude.
Fuck! Look at Infinite Hero.
Prawn Hub.
It's Prawn Hub, but I think it's Pornhub. But I don't think I want to see. I don't want to see any porn with some prawns.
I hate that I know this, but the stat came out, and PlayStation is the most used device for that currently, like by a massive amount, which is super embarrassing. I saw it pop up. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Right, because their parents wouldn't think about going on the PS4 to check.
I think
history. You know what I mean?
Either that or like maybe people are just. I think we, being like somewhat decently involved in computers, just take it for granted. But a lot of people probably, number one, don't have a computer, or they just don't use it. They probably use like tablets, and it might just be easier to watch it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand it, but hey, it is what it is.
Well,
there's a porno version of one of the most popular games. Instead of Ratchet and Clank, it's Whack It and Spank.
Maybe people are using their VRs. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But
who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy, crazy stuff. Sir X-Man's in the house. We got Dreadpool in the house. What's going on? Infinite Heroes in the building. What's going on, brother? We got some amazing people in this chat tonight. We greatly thank you for being here and spending some time with us. We are getting soon ready to close the show here, but yeah. Anybody else? Wicked Hot. What
was the question again?
What would you recommend to people this year? If you're picking up a console or picking up a controller, picking up a headset, a game in particular, what is a must buy, man?
Okay. All right. Listen up here, folks. Well, I'm going to say if you have to pick a console, we're going to go with the Xbox. You got a great ecosystem. You don't have to buy any games if you don't need to, or if you don't want to. You can just get the Game Pass right away. He can download, or she can download as many games as they want right from the get-go when you hook it up. You have two options. You can go with the premium. You can go with the low tier. Either way, you're playing the same games. That's console-wise. Game-wise, I am going to repeat myself probably for the third or fourth week again. Go out there, and if you want a shooting game, go get Warhammer Space Marine 2, because that game is fucking sick. It is just, I don't know, it just brings me back to like my 360 vibes, you know what I mean? Where you get a game, you get some great multiplayer in it, it has a great story, and it's all packed in one, and you could probably get it on sale. So that is my game. No controls, no headsets that I know of, but those two, the Xbox and Space Marine.
Nice. How about you, Game Complainers? If you could give somebody the gifts, some great gifts this holiday season, and you being obviously a retail expert, what are some of those must-buy things that are on that gift guide?
Normally, I would say Nintendo Switch bundle, but Switch 2 is around the corner as far as being announced.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, whichever console suits you. I know the PlayStation 5s are on sale for pretty cheap, brand new, which is crazy. They also have really good Xbox deals out there as well. So just whatever you want to play for the most part. It depends on the situation. So definitely take a look.
Yeah. Is there any new hot tech that's going to come out like in the last while that maybe people would want to jump on? I mean, right now, headsets have certainly become one of the biggest sellers in the last couple of years. I remember like even years ago in gaming, like it didn't seem like there was very many headsets. I remember like when Turtle Beach basically almost dominated the headset space, and now like every time you turn around, there's headsets. There's $30 headsets and fucking $60 headsets and $150 headsets and $300+ headsets. It's crazy. It's like holy shit. That's a huge market right now. Controllers are another huge market. It just seems like endless supply of controllers from third party, from first party, and everybody's doing multiple types. Anything kind of stand out in that front?
Yeah, I would say the Blue Cypher controller by Xbox. That's really cool. And the Xbox headset. I think it just got a revamp.
Yep.
So definitely check that out. One. Yeah. I got them all over the house. They're great.
It's a reasonable price too. You know what I mean? You're not breaking the bank with that one.
Yeah. Well, the older version Amazon had for like $50 a couple of times, and we just stacked up on them. So
that's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm like a big headset guy too. Like I'm like, if I wear one that's over my ears for too long, like it just feels like it's squishing my head. So like I personally, dude, like I've been waiting for gaming earbuds to become more, in my opinion, more prevalent as, over the ear ones, because I have Razer Hammerhead ones, and dude, when I'm gaming, I got all the settings off. I maybe get 4 hours out of it. So then I bought the new Steel Series Arctic ones. I don't know if they're like really little like that. And those ones aren't bad. I can get like fucking a 10-hour playing session on them. But like, I just like having the earbuds because it's just like, it's not cramping my ears. But depending on the game, you know what I mean? Will switch.
Absolutely. Perry's totally right though. I mean, once you can buy people, there's a lot of great options in every category. It really comes down to your budget, right? So again, if you are on a budget for gaming, like Webb Dave kind of said, you get the Game Pass, you get them a Series S, you get people into the hobby, you get them going, right? If money is no object, some of the Elite controllers, both the controller from PlayStation and the one from Xbox are damn good controllers to get going with right there. There's various options. The one with the complete kit and sort of the base model, the basic package. I can't rave about rig headsets enough. They used to be by Plantronics. I think Nacon distributes them or makes them or whatever now. But the rig headsets are some of my personal favorite for comfort and for sound. A lot of the rigs also come with a subscription for the Dolby Atmos. So if you have a device that is Atmos enabled, you get the some top tier sound on some of those devices, which is fantastic. And and another thing for any parent that might be watching this podcast out there right now, and you are picking up a game console for yourself or perhaps for the kids for the first time, and this is a huge one, and it's something that I never thought about until a couple of years ago when somebody mentioned it, is when you buy the console, perhaps unbox it before Christmas morning and preload it. Get the updates done, get the stuff done, get the games installed, because nothing's going to suck more for your kid on Christmas morning when they open up their brand new console, pretty much outside of the Switch, right, which doesn't take very long. But if it's a PlayStation or an Xbox, fuck, man, you got to do updates, you got to set up an account. There's all of this shit that you got to get done. And your kid's going to be pissed off when he opens up the box and realizes he's going to be fucking 3 hours before he can pretty much play anything. Right?
Man, yeah, you get the coffee going. Fucking
absolutely. So take it out of the box, get it done, put it back in there. Kid's not going to give a shit. They're going to open it up and be ready to go, and they're going to be happy that you did it. So that's a huge heads up advice from parents in the past that I've heard. So that's a great thing you should do for your kids if you're going to get them a console for Christmas. Get them on the ground room front. Get them out there. Get them gaming quickly instead of having to sit around and wait for all the updates and the games to install. So that'd be a huge thing. So I don't know, man. Christmas has certainly changed. Gaming has certainly changed. There's no question about it. I don't know what else other advice anybody has for anybody here.
Real quick, I'd have to say both consoles are on sale, which is good. But if you have kids, like my daughter's 5, the Xbox Game Pass has so many good kid games. A lot of people don't talk about that. There's Minecraft and everything, but they have Bluey, Peppa Pig, tons of awesome stuff. Which
they got that other dog game too. It's
Paw Patrol. Yeah, I mean, it's I wouldn't even. And those games, even though they're kid games, they come out at $40. So it's awesome that they're on there. And we play it.
A new Super Lucky's Tales is on there as well. That's another game on Game Pass.
There's a ton of there's a ton of games that you wouldn't even think of that you're like, this is perfect for a kid. Plus, if it's a little bit of an older kid, you got my nephew. He's got Fortnite on there. You got Roblox. The Xbox is a pretty good machine for kids. Because like Perry said, I couldn't recommend the Switch this year because we're right on the eve of a new Switch, and it's not any cheaper. So I would say go with the Xbox if you have a kid. To be honest, I think that's the best bet this Christmas.
Console sales are sort of irrelevant, but in your guys' mind, who do you think will come out on top in terms of console sales this holiday season? Let's start with Perry. Who do you think kind of pulls ahead? Maybe in your shop you kind of can get a gist of where the hype is at right now.
It's probably going to be between Nintendo and PlayStation, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even when you tell people there's a new Switch coming out, they don't care. They're going to buy it anyway, and then they're going to buy the next one. So.
Yeah, but Switch is starting to see, after all these years, they're starting to see now an actual noticeable decline in sales.
Yeah,
you've seen some of the charts and the graphs where.
Yeah, it's.
I think anybody that's really wanted a Switch has basically got them now at this point. And Nintendo's, offerings are starting to slow down in terms of some of their bigger titles. Let's hope, like I said, the biggest thing we all want out of a Switch 2 is obviously beefed up hardware, and we want more third-party support in terms of games that aren't just all. It'd be nice to see that it's not Nintendo carrying the entire load. It's they're going to get support from companies like Rockstar and from Microsoft, Activision and stuff with Call of Duties and things moving forward. Because I think that will legitimize the Switch as a little more of a contender as opposed to just a secondary kids console kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got a Switch web, Dave?
Yeah. Yep. Got a couple of them.
Do you play yours much at all?
Not anymore, no.
No, not really.
Haven't in a few years, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody here probably plays their Switch much on the regular, do they?
It's very here nor there.
We're all shaking our heads.
I'll get the new one when it comes out.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a big game. You go, Frank.
I'm pretty like big into Nintendo, so like if a first party game comes out, I play it. Like I just was playing Mario and Luigi not that long ago, like stuff like that. But I don't play any third party games on it because they just run so bad and there's no point. I have everything else. I have PC, PlayStation, Xbox. There's a million other places to play the third party games.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for the Switch too. I really hope that it actually can deliver and hold up, and I just want 60 frames. That's all I really want.
Absolutely. Well, that's actually one of the games I know my wife does have for me for Christmas, and that's she picked me up with Super Mario Jamboree.
I'm getting that too. Nice. Me too.
Nice.
So I'll have that for Christmas, and hopefully we'll make that one of our game days. Hopefully you can play with your friends. I think you can, because I think you can play online with like 20 players or something. So
Yeah,
he's got it in his fucking hand, like say. He's like Santa Claus, man. He got a fucking everything you talk about. He's got a game like right next to him. It's crazy.
It's funny because my wife, the same thing you were saying before, like, what do you want for Christmas? And we just buy ourselves everything. So it's like, I told her, I was like, listen, don't get me anything big because I'm going to buy the Switch too. Right. And I'm going to go crazy. So I was like, just get me Mario Party or whatever. And so I'm going to get that. But yeah, I mean, that's what it really comes down to. It's like, I know I'm going to spend money this year. So I'm like, don't even worry about it. I'd rather be happy later and get what I want.
Yep.
Well, you know what I hate is people ask me what I want and I give them a game suggestion. You know the reaction I often get? Really? Haven't you got all the games you wanted? You want another game? It's like, yeah, I want another game. And if you're gonna pay for it, it's even fucking better. But like that's what I'm asking for. Like I'm making it simple for you. But why is it like if I said I want 40 pairs of socks and fucking 20 pairs of fucking underwear? I could be like, oh, that's awesome. I'm going to get that for you.
Now, Newf, I got to know, what do you do with those socks? Get them all crusty?
That's why he needs 40 of them.
I can't find half of them.
Oh.
I think I still got one or two stuck. On the ceiling, on the door.
Whatever it takes.
I like Puma socks because after they stuck onto the doorknob for a little while, you're like, Puma, what a smell.
Famunda socks.
Oh man. Yeah. Fruit of the Loom, baby. Gotta get the Fruit of the Loom underwear.
That's right, baby.
Yeah. See, Brian, I sympathize with you, Brian. He's 64. You want a game or a gift card and a family laughs, and I think it's fucking shitty. Because you can ask for some other dumbass fucking shit and nobody blinks an eye, but you ask for a game and it's like, games? Yeah. Aren't you grown up yet? Are you fucking ever going to grow up?
Yeah, why don't you go fucking, oh, man.
Yeah, isn't that one of the most annoying fucking things in the world? They always telling you to grow up.
Yeah, I know,
like,
right?
Why is it any worse to play a video game than it is to go watch movies or your fucking in-laws to sit down and watch stupid TV shows for fucking 40 hours a fucking week? You know, some dumbass like cooking show or some stupid what's those fucking dumbass shows? All those reality fucking shows like what do you call it? Big Brother and shit like that, which I couldn't give two rats ass about, but everyone's like, oh, I love this fucking show. Right? How to stick a wedding ring up your fucking anus, you know, like that. You know?
Yeah.
Do you really need a guide for that, or do you just kind of go for it?
Make sure you spit on it first.
Yeah.
Spit on that. Guide to Haktua. Oh, what's that? Tekken 8, baby. Yeah, Tekken 8. Yeah, Tekken.
Stop pulling stuff out.
Yeah, I just.
You guys want me to pull something out? I'll pull something out.
I like this. The guy's got the game still in the fucking wrappers.
I got on clearance at Walmart for $25.
What?
Yeah, they were going nuts at Walmart.
All these were $25 today. He got them for me.
It was crazy. They were literally like throwing them.
You got there, Papa. How much were those?
$25.
Those are 25? Where?
Yeah, they were blowing them out at Walmart over here. I don't know why.
Who's blowing out who at Walmart?
I over there doing that to them for $25. No, okay.
$25 for a blowout?
God damn, let's get our pants on now. Let's get down to Walmart.
Honey,
I feel better about myself buying games.
The chat's going crazy. It's not every Walmart. It's just certain ones. Like I checked on the app and it wasn't on there. It's just my Walmart happened to have it.
Someone put it on.
Certain Walmarts that probably have too much inventory. They're already planning to shrink their shelf space, most likely. So they're just
Yeah.
blowing stuff out a little bit earlier because it seems like every week I go into my Walmart, the fucking shelves are getting slimmer by the minute. They're getting less and less games, and it's just more headsets and controllers. That's all that's in the fucking cases now.
Dude, at my local Walmart, there is a lady that works at the gaming section, and you would think that if you were working in the electronics section, that you might need to be a little quicker on your feet. Well, this lady is one big lady. And let me tell you, I almost don't even want to ask her to get the game out of the glass because it is a process. It is, excuse me, miss, I'm polite as a motherfucker. Excuse me, do you mind if I...
Should I come back in 15 minutes when you're able to get out of the chair?
Like, they got the waddle going on. I'm like, God. Right. Just give me the key. I'll grab the game. Scouts on
Do
her.
you need your scooter recharged here so you can get to the cabinet?
Like, listen, lady, you just need to fucking give me the keys.
I think it was the Black Friday that the Xbox One came out, or the year after.
Yeah.
We all went to Walmart, and all the Xbox One games were on sale. And we're like, yeah, we'll get this game, we'll get that game. And they were like, oh, the guy went home with the key, and he won't be back till tomorrow morning. It's like, bro, it's Black Friday. Like, you can't sell anything in that case. So we had to go to Target and buy everything there.
Wow.
Yeah, that
That's
sucked.
crazy.
I'd be like, I'll pay for the glass. Punch it.
Kick the fucking glass in.
That's what we were saying. We were joking around. Like, just break the
The best deals I ever scored was when the Dreamcast was kind of discontinued and going out. I remember going to my local Walmart and they had the fucking bin filled with Dreamcast games, and I was getting them for like 10 cents.
Nice.
Like I was fucking paying less than the game cases were worth. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I was like, holy fuck. It was pretty crazy. It was a bunch of stuff there. I think like Hydro Thunder, and there was a whole bunch of different games. Like there was a bunch of ones I know I remember buying for like stupid cheap. They're all like pretty much less than $1. It's like crazy.
That's pretty wild.
I think it was like Hydro Thunder, and it was like NFL Blitz, and there was like there was a whole bunch of games, and they're fucking all cheap. Some of the fighting games and shit, you know. So, yeah. All right. Well, any further thoughts, or is there any topics on anybody's mind? Like I said, guys, we are just said a little over a week away from sort of the big day of the year. I don't know if Santa Claus is coming down anybody's chimney or not, but if he's coming down mine, I'm getting at my shotgun.
I'm gonna get on my banana hammock and just sit there and waiting with a shotgun. Why don't you sit your little sexy ass down and watch yourself get killed now? Go eat your
I'll have to tell that joke this week. I told it off the air, and you guys said I should tell it on the air. The Santa Claus joke.
Hell yeah.
So here's the Santa Claus joke for you guys. Here's a little Christmas joke.
What is that?
So Santa Claus, he's doing his rounds, and he goes to this beautiful lady's house, and he's putting gifts underneath the tree. So Santa's working his way and putting the gifts underneath the tree, and this amazingly hot lady comes downstairs, and she's wearing nothing but a bathrobe. She had a little bit of a crush on Santa Claus for years, and she finally catches him in the act. She thinks, maybe I'm going to play this up a little bit and see where it goes. So she looks at Santa, catches him by surprise, and she says, Santa, can't you stay a little while tonight? Santa looks over, and she's wearing nothing but the robe, and she's quite attractive. But he goes, ho, 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 Santa gotta go. I gotta deliver gifts to the children, you know. She's like, oh. So then she goes, Santa, you sure you can't stay? Santa looks around, and now she's got the bathrobe haul up over her beautiful, beautiful tan legs. And he goes, ho, 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 Santa gotta go. I gotta deliver gifts to the children, you know. So she's getting a little frustrated now. She says, I guess I'm gonna have to go all in. So she drops her bathrobe. She's stark fucking naked. She says, Santa, says, are you sure you won't change your mind and stay a little while longer tonight? And Santa looks over at her, and she's completely stark naked, and he's getting pretty excited. And he goes, hey, 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 Santa's got to stay because I can't get up the chimney with my dick this way.
Tuck it in the waistband. Tuck it in the waistband.
All righty. Yeah, I don't think I really have any other major topics right now, to be quite honest with you. Is there anything else that's topic right now that people are talking about that maybe we missed? I don't think so.
Not that I can think of.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, we're going to get ready to close the show. Before we do, obviously, we're going to bring in a couple of questions from Safe House, Arnie, Cletus, whoever you want. So get those questions ready, guys, and pop them in the chat or to the panel and our esteemed guest, Web Dave. If you got a question for Arnold, Safe House, or Cletus, now's the time to drop it in the chat.
I got one for Cletus, and I will.
Got one for Cletus. All right.
Oh, whenever, if you want to wait, it's okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Cletus, how do you feel about winning the trophy for Best Pig Fucker at the Game Awards?
Well, here's feeling it. I didn't realize that was an actual category, but I can tell you, I want to thank the Academy. I want to thank Jeff Keighley, and let me tell you, we're gonna have a squealing good time because there's nothing better than being the #1 pig fucker at a fucking video game award show. All we need is a little bit of slop in the backyard, and we're ready to go. Then we get our snorting and a horting and hollering up in there. Yes, it did. We should. That should be a video game in itself. Pig fucking. Now you can't put that on the cover because that's a little bit rated R. But I'm sure we could probably call it pig stuffing for the holidays, right? Shaking the bacon. That's what we call it with Cletus Dunmore. That's it is. Shaking the bacon, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I'll accept that word on your behalf. And I'm going to have myself a squiggle jiggly of a moonshine right now. That's what we're going to do right now.
We got another question coming in. This one comes in for Infinite Hero.
Well, let me tell you, the Cletus tend to prefer to leave out a Pabst or Budweiser. What I said, a Pap smear? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't drink either one of them because I got a buddy whose name is Bud. He been drinking that fucking shit for years, and he ain't no goddamn wiser than he was last year. The guy's stupid as a fucking hog in heat. I ain't no. I only drinks my home brew. That's how I drink. It's got to be fucking strong. When I'm drinking fucking beer, let me tell you, the pubic hair on my ball sack fucking stands up and tingles my legs. That's the kind of beer that I want, man. Like, when you get through 2 or 3 swallows of that shit, you can taste it. You can taste it for next week. Let me tell you, it's like having beer for breakfast, dinner, and lunch. You can taste it. It's strong. It's strong, baby. It's right. It's just like my auntie Jedemiah. That's right. I said her name is Jedemiah. That's my auntie's name. He calls her Auntie Jed. Most people don't know if that's a woman or a man, but in today's day and age, that's kind of pretty common now.
Oh my God.
All right, we got something here from RWK. Go ahead, read it out, somebody.
Oh, here we go. What did he say? RWK? Arnold, if one of the maids surprised you with a kid you didn't know about, would you get a PlayStation or Xbox? Would you get them a PlayStation or Xbox?
God damn, you know what I say? That's for Arnold. I'm going to see these fucking questions.
Hang up the phone, Cletus.
Fuck off, Arnold.
God damn it, good to see your ass back down in the chairs, talking to me here. All right, we're gonna do it. Well, first of all, I wouldn't get them a PlayStation or an Xbox. If it's gonna be in the strange bitch and she's gonna be the kid that I don't even know about, I mean, first of all, they're gonna give her a pregnancy test. We're gonna find out who the fuck it is. But honestly, you know what I would do is I would piss him off. What I would do is I'd give him an old fucking console that no one ever give a shit about. Something like the Atari Jaguar. Something that's fucking ancient that's got a controller that you need alien hands and fucking 40 fingers to play it. I'm going to give him something crappy like that where he can only find a handful of games. That's what they're saying here. That's what you call the suffering. That's what you're suffering. Because we all were Atari fans at one point. We all had great visions of Atari coming back and being this great company. But they fucking botched it over and over and over again. Atari is like, Atari could have a 10-foot vagina in front of the cock, and they would still piss on the wall. That's what they fucked it up very badly. Not very good for them. No, so I would get them something from Atari and watch them suffer. I wouldn't get them anything modern.
Absolutely hilarious.
All right, we got any more questions here? Oh. This one comes in from GameComplainers. That means you got to read it out wicked hot.
Oh, Arnold, what's the better Christmas movie, Die Hard or Jingle All the Way?
Well, let me tell you, if I'm jingling all the way, I'm going to be fucking dying hard in the morning. I'm going to have the greatest hard on you've ever seen in your whole life. No, but of course it's going to be Jingle All the Way. I mean, I was in it. I wasn't in Die Hard. It was fucking Bruce the Thrillers Willis. He was in there. He's so fucking decrepit now, he doesn't even remember he was in Die Hard. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Fucking
God.
John McClane is more like John McCain, you know what I'm saying? No, piss off. The Jingle All the Way, that was a great movie. It's the kind of movie that you could watch every single holiday season, you know? So no, and fuck off, Bruce Willis. Your career was not even 1/4 of what mine was. I was lucky that they even gave you a small part in the Expendables that time because I talked Stallone into giving you a hand me out. And we just wanted to make sure that you got a paycheck before you have to live on the government's money.
Oh my goodness, dude. That's so funny. If I saw Arnold in Die Hard, I'd be like, wait, what movie did I download off LimeWire? This is the right movie.
And it wouldn't even be called Die Hard. Huh? It'd be called Erection Perfection. Die Hard in the morning.
Get hard, then die.
Shit. Great questions, everybody. Great questions. We're going to wrap it up. End of the show. Obviously, huge thanks to all the people in the chat. You guys are amazing. Dreadpool's in the house. Brian Harris, Axel, Sir X-Man, Infinite Hero, you know, Draven Arrow. The list goes on. Stevie Mac in the building. RWK88, Pink Piggles. Oh my God, you guys are incredible. Thanks so much for being here tonight, everybody. Greatly appreciate the love and support, and I hope that you enjoyed the show once again. Let's obviously, if you're looking to get where these guys hooking up with them, whether it's on social media or finding their channels, we have the descriptions below in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the YouTube description. So go check them out. Make sure that you hit those links and comment and subscribe. But let's get to our established guest tonight, Mr. Web Dave. Greatly appreciate you being here. It's been a long time in the making. I hope you enjoyed your time on the show, and let people know where they can catch up with you and your channel, my brother.
Thanks, Newf. Appreciate you the invite and having me on tonight. Yeah, it's Outbreak Gamers at Outbreak Gamers on YouTube, or you can just do search for Web Dave now and it pops up as well. So that's the easiest way to find me, or Web Dave on X. Thanks, man.
There you go. Well, greatly appreciate you being here, my friend. Take care, and I want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas, and hope that you have a great holiday season.
You too,
and
man.
we look forward to seeing more from you in the future. Huzzah! Hopefully, we'll see you very soon, and definitely in one of the game nights. You're always a blast to play some games with, and we look forward to hooking up with you again on some Black Ops or perhaps some other games. But let people know where they can check out any of the content that you're laying down, or check out what podcasts that you're a part of.
You can find me on X at FZAH928, like it says on the little thing there. I got all my gamer tags and everything there if you want to play. And you can find me every Wednesday night between 9:30 and 10 p.m. on the GameComplainers with Perry and our other friends, Anthony and Fred. We do that every single Wednesday night, so you can find me there.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie, according to RWK. Sir X-Man says it's a Christmas movie as well. Thanks for the great comment. Great show, he says, from Talos Ray. RWK, one more super chat before we end it tonight. $1.99. Go ahead, GameComplainers.
Great show, Newf, and nice panel. Thumbs up. Thank you, RWK. I appreciate that.
Awesome. Greatly appreciate the super chat, RWK. Thanks a million. And hopefully we'll see you on one of the game nights as well. You're wicked hot, brother. Let people know where they can check out anything that you've got going on.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I first just wanted to start off by saying thank you, Fazza, and thank you, Web Dave, for showing up tonight. I had a blast podcasting with you guys, and hopefully it'll lead to many more. But anyway, you can find me on X, PlayStation, Xbox, at the name you see on the screen, You're Wicked Hot. And if you want my social security number on Nintendo, you're going to have to ask, because I don't give that one out for free, baby. You'll catch me every fucking Tuesday right here on fucking Gaming After Dark. And yeah, that's it, baby. That's it.
Absolutely. We catch you back here again. And
Yes,
last
sir.
but not least, the GameComplainers, aka Perry. Let people know what's happening, brother.
Find me every Wednesday on YouTube at 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern on the GameComplainers podcast with Frank, Anthony, and Fred.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. And like I said, guys, our next show is supposed to be next Tuesday, but that actually happens to be Christmas Eve. I highly doubt that a lot of people are going to be, sitting around listening to podcasts. So as far as I can tell, I'll talk to the boys after the show, but I got a feeling we probably will take a break for next Tuesday. We'll let everybody just enjoy time with family and, probably go get some gaming in, right? And but we'll be back after that, just before Christmas, just before New Year's, I guess it is. We'll see how it goes, but we definitely will be back soon, and hopefully Proto Foxy will be with us as well. But that's about it for now. If we don't catch you before Christmas, we want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, whatever might apply to you. I know not everybody celebrates the season, but at the best part, it's been a rough year for a lot of people. We've all had our ups and downs, and most importantly, I just hope that this is why we're here. It's why we do this is why we do the podcast, is to be a little bit of a distraction from everyday life, to give people something to sit down and listen to and enjoy. We get lots of great comments all the time. So, and I hope that gaming and podcasting, whether you're listening or you're part of one, it tends to give you that little bit of refuge. Brightens your day just a little bit, the grand scheme of things. And like I said, I want to wish you much health and happiness, and hope that you get some fun games to play this holiday season and can come back and tell us all about it in the new year. So, but that's it for me. It's Newf Nukem pretty much everywhere. We look forward to seeing you guys soon. Hopefully we'll get some community game nights up and running here ASAP, and we'll have some fun together. But until then, guys, have yourself a great night, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. That sounded like Yoshi.
See you later.
See you later.
Oh,
All right,
my-
we're